Hola guys, it's me and I'm coming to you with a review, and I'm pretty sure that you saw this review coming because I talked about it in my last video. I'm going to basically be giving you my review or my opinion on the new Too Faced Born This Way Matte 24-Hour Foundation. So as I had said in my previous video when I was doing my Get Ready With Me, I had received this a little bit ago and I really wanted to give it a chance to see how it performed, how it looked, or whatever, because I was kind of having a little bit of trouble with it in the beginning, and I did not want to give it, an unfair review if it was something that maybe I had to change or had to do or whatever. But after a couple more times of using it, and doing it, trying on different ways or whatever, I can now give you my honest review. So if you want to hear what I have to say, then just listen. So this foundation is $40. You can get it at Sephora.com. You can get it at the Too Faced website, and it comes in 35 different shades, so shade range is pretty good. So I'm just reading you the description off of the Sephora website. So this is a life-proof foundation that controls oils and keeps you looking flawless for a full 24 hours. This is a medium coverage, it's matte, and the formulation is liquid. So I kind of have mixed reviews about it, and I was looking at reviews, and the foundation in general received pretty good reviews, but I don't know, for me I kind of feel like it's kind of gonna be like a mixed review. So I generally kind of compared it to the Too Faced peach concealer, not the concealer, the what is this, the cooling whatever, this is the primer, y'all. Where is the foundation? Okay, here it is. So I wanted to compare it a little bit in contrast with the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, because really, for those of you who have seen my videos or whatever, this is like one of my go-tos, especially in the summer. I have combination oily skin, so if you have that kind of skin, or you have oily skin, you already know that the T-zone is pretty much the problem area. The Peach Perfect foundation has pretty much met like a vast majority of the needs that I have when it comes to using a foundation in the summer, y'all, because you sweat, your face gets greasy, and then on top of that, we are using face mask, y'all. We are in the epic face mask phase, so it's like it really sucks. And even though I haven't personally been using foundation that much, I really have just been concentrating more on concealer, but you do have those times, and you have people that wear foundation under their mask, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I wear lipstick under my mask. Does anyone see it? No, but I know it's there. It's good for me. So I just wanted to show you how both of them look. They're both, or rather the shade I have, are both the same shade, the shade of Snow. So right here I'm going to be putting the Born This Way Matte Foundation, and I'm going to be putting right next to it a little tiny bit of the foundation, the Peach Perfect foundation, so that you can see the shade is virtually the same. So that's a good thing. The shade is they're 100% the same. I can mix them up together. It brings up the same shade, which is a nice thing. Another thing that I've noticed is that the foundation, the Born This Way Matte Foundation, to me anyway, is just a little tiny bit thinner in consistency than the Peach Perfect foundation. I kind of feel like the Peach Perfect foundation is just a wee bit, but really not so much, just a wee teeny bit, a little bit thicker than the Born This Way Matte. But if you're worried about making sure if the shades are going to be the same, just in case you want to try it, the shades I think will be pretty much the same based off of these two different formulations. Now, the coverage of this foundation, like I said, like the website said, it provides a medium coverage. I'm gonna say it's probably, in my opinion, I think it's probably a little more than medium coverage. I can dare say maybe medium to full coverage. I think the coverage is definitely there, covered all of, you know, the redness and the little splotchiness or whatever discoloration that you have. So definitely not worrying about the coverage. Coverage is most definitely there. There is no weird scent. I had no no allergic what is my problem today? No reactions. So I've had no allergic reactions, no breakouts to this foundation thus far, so it has been okay. Coverage is not only medium to full. I'm also going to say that it is definitely 100% matte, but it looks pretty good. It's a nice looking matte. Staying power and all that, we're gonna go into that right now, which is pretty much gonna go into, I guess, my mixed review now. Okay, so here's essentially my issue with the foundation. My issue with the foundation is that it just does not sit well with my skin. It's just one of those foundations that for me personally do not work. I tried it on a bunch of times. The first time I tried it on, it was just really blotchy. It just appeared primarily here on areas where it was just really blotchy, and I was like, oh man, what's going on? And you know, at first I thought like, okay, the sponge is, you know, my beauty blender is kind of dirty, maybe I should clean it, whatever. So I went ahead, tried it again, washed my tools. I put it on again, and it kind of was like the same thing, just kind of blotchy, was not feeling it. I've tried it on a numerous amount of times. I have made sure I have tried different primers, moisturizers. I have exfoliated, moisturized, serum, like everything, like jumped up on my skincare game just to make sure, because I want to also stress that if your skin is not up to par, if it's dehydrated, if it's too dry, if it's flaky, the foundation sometimes will not perform its best on your skin because you're just not getting the amount of hydration that it needs. So I wanted to make sure that that wasn't a problem either. It most certainly was not. I was trying out other foundations that I had. My other foundations sat fine on my skin, and I went back to this one, and for some odd reason it's just not working. I mean, not every foundation is gonna work for you, just like not every foundation is gonna work for me. So in this instance, and I was so disappointed because I was so excited about this foundation, because you know, I'm like, wow, this is gonna be like the successor of like the Peach Perfect foundation, but sadly for me, it is not. It kind of made my pores look bigger. It just accentuated places where I don't want to be accentuated in. It was just blotchy in some areas and just creased in some lines, you know, on my face. It just was not working. Another thing that I noticed, and I'm going to talk about the stay on power. It claims, you know, 24-hour wear. For me personally, that was not the case. I used this foundation with a mask. First of all, the first time was with a mask. Of course, I was expecting for it to, you know, move around a little bit, smear on a little bit. However, in comparison to the Peach Perfect foundation, I kind of felt that the Peach Perfect foundation actually held up better under a mask, and I had less moving around of, you know, the foundation. I had less transfer onto clothing or whatever. With the Born This Way matte foundation, it was the opposite. I experienced moving around, especially around this area, just really blotchy. My pores just looked awful, and it rubbed off everywhere, sweetie. Okay, the mask was like just jam-packed with foundation, like all over the place, as opposed to the Peach Perfect, where it really was not like that. And I'm talking about wearing a mask. When I wore it without the mask, it pretty much was the same thing, except that of course there wasn't so much transfer because I didn't have a mask on my face, but it was the same thing. Sweating, moving around, blotchy. It's just melting off my face. So unfortunately, I just was not happy about the foundation. The concealer, I put it on because I just wanted to see how it would work out. The concealer, I don't know, I'm not too I don't hate the concealer, but I don't love the concealer either. I don't know if maybe because it's being used with the foundation, so it's not laying as well, or maybe I should try it with another foundation, or maybe just use it alone or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that the foundation just did not work with me. So there you have it, guys. I thought I would just jump on here and just give you my very, very honest review. I mean, I'm sure there are people that love the foundation. Like I said, I went on the sites, checked out Toofaced, checked out Sephora. A lot of people liked the foundation, and there were also quite a few people that didn't. You know, it didn't work out for them, and I guess that I fell into the group of not having the foundation work out for them. It was really, really disappointing. So that's my honest review on it. Like I said, the coverage is great, the way the color, everything is great, but the way it laid on my face is just not working. It just doesn't make me look good. It just does not flatter me, and transfer is awful. It just doesn't complement my face like I thought it would. I'm so disappointed because I really had high hopes for this, but the good thing is that I still have my comfort mat and it'll comfort me when I put it on. So there you have it, guys. You know, don't take my word for it, and you don't have to seriously take my opinion because you might like it, you know what I mean? So you do what's best for you. I'm just letting you know that it did not work for me. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and let me know if you found out, you know, where the foundation was, if you got your color, if you bought it. How do you feel about it? Did it work for you? Let me know. So thanks. I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.